This video is about the importance of commenting and the significant relationship commenting has with the platform itself. Okay, so basically, commenting is super important. Looks like a girl.
Look how cute. Oh my god.
God, Nancy. I'm going to say a quote. It's right up here. The heart of blogging is linking and commenting and communicating, which was George Seaman, who was responding to a question of what was his thoughts on the purpose of the internet. So he was kind of saying the purpose of blogging is linking and commenting. And he's saying the life of internet isn't just putting something out there and not really communicating with your audience. The life of the internet is constantly linking your posts to other posts and also integrating communication. Like, although you can use commenting to offer your thoughts on someone else's work, also view commenting as an opportunity to view your voice. That doesn't mean you take away from the art of someone else's post by, kind of screaming what you did and screaming what you have and screaming how good your post is, but kind of analyzing what they said and also giving your perspective in a positive and kind of non-selfish way, if that makes any sense. View commenting kind of like a group of, let's say, 500 people and there's one speaker. That speaker finishes talking and there's obviously, sometimes like a Q&A and people ask questions to better understand what that person had just said, either if it was a negative or positive. So through that, not only does that one person who asked that question gain knowledge, but he allows for the whole group itself to gain knowledge in themselves, if that makes sense. In addition to that, by asking these questions and furthering the conversation, your question, either online, in person, questioning someone, I could be talking to someone right now, it furthers the understanding of the whole populace itself. So by you creating a conversation and asking a question, it not only benefits you, but it benefits everybody around you and furthers that engagement. And obviously your popularity on the platform is engagement with your audience. No one likes it when someone just puts something out there and just lets their audience talk. They want to be involved. People want to be answered by significant people. By constantly talking and answering questions with your audience, this goes for the actual speakers, not the listeners. But actually, we can cut this shit if it doesn't make sense. By actually doing this, you further your collaboration, as we call it in perspective, collaboration through conversation, which will better help you engage yourself on the internet or in life as well. So not only is the algorithm based on a percentage of your ability to change or alter someone's perspective in a way, but it's also based on a user's ability to engage with their audience. I do not want people, and I see it every day, to just post something and never engage with their audience. You have to engage with the people you talk to and the people you want to follow you. So the more you engage with them, you can't just say hi like 2 times a day, but the more you engage with them, the more your product is promoted. The algorithm is specifically designed to promote understanding of differences and bilateral discussion of real-world problems in a world right now dominated by polarization. Okay, so in terms of website design, I kind of went around to a couple companies, got a few quotes. My first quote was at $10,000, which was for wireframes as well as a prototype. So it was a prototype that you could log on your phone and it would be kind of like a ghost app, which is what they say, which is not really an app, it's just a skeleton of an app. And then I got it down to $5,000. Could have raised enough, but I felt as if I needed to look elsewhere, and kind of this $5,000 budget or my thoughts of how good it was helped me look elsewhere. Again, I turned to Fiverr. Fiverr was really amazing. It helped me in many ways. From $5,000 I went down to $1,500, and when I contacted this person for website design, they said how easy it could be to do it yourself, DIY. So I DIY'd it. I paid someone
$76
to create a website from Israel. Again, I turned to Fiverr. Fiverr was really amazing. It helped me in many ways. I've been working with people from Pakistan, Israel, Uzbekistan, all that. Actually, really hyped up about this. I picked out the website that I was going to use. I used like a template form, and I didn't want it to look exactly like the template. So I took that template. I looked up tons of samples I wanted. I took screenshots of it. I cropped it. I sent it to them. I would go on other websites, just random ass websites like Marineland, or let's say it was like Social House Coffee, or just random stuff, and I would look at their menu button, and I'd like their menu button, so I'd take a picture of that. I'd look at their contact form, I'd take a picture of that. I'd look at even exiting out of something, I'd look at what the X looked like. And so you focus on the details, and once you can take all these pictures, it's kind of like a language, and it's obviously like The person I was speaking to in Israel from Fiverr, I didn't have to FaceTime him or anything. He knew English, so basically my language was pictures, and so I got to understand more of myself and kind of like finding other inspiration. And so by doing that, I have a website right now that's almost underway. It'll be out in maybe 3 days, and it'll be amazing. So through this, and you know how I'm going to relate this to commenting, commenting and its relationship with website design, but in terms of me commenting on freelancers, I've learned to better organize my language and syntax and diction in a way to help people who aren't necessarily super apt in English itself understand me. So I've been able to change my wording around and really help these people understand me, and so that also goes into the big umbrella of commenting, which I feel as if it's so important. So I'd say my communication in the last 2-3 months, I had this idea of 7 months ago, it's gone from a 17-year-old in Jacksonville talking to his teachers to someone who's talking to investors to just random Joes, and to have someone ask you why I should invest in you, it's such a nerve-wracking question, but the more people ask you, it's such a simple question, and you're really just speaking about yourself. It's just like, it's basically like someone looking at you and saying, how do you describe yourself? I'm describing myself and my company, and that company in a way is myself. So, and just like my app, it's not that the glass is half empty or it's half full, it's that it's refillable. So never think like, oh my god, look how bad something is. You can always refill it if anything's wrong, and you refill it with people and situations that help you grow as a person.